This is one of the coins of Philip II of Macedon, that's Alexander the Great's dad, and it features Apollo on one side, a charioteer on the other, and this was hugely influential. I was at a coin workshop recently organised by Brighton and Hove Archaeological Society, and I learnt a bunch of stuff, and one of them was that this coin was hugely influential, particularly to Celtic tribes, because they took this design up, which they seem to love, and interpreted it in different ways. This is a coin issued by the Iverni Celtic tribe, and as you can see, the elements are pretty similar. In fact, they're more or less the same. But as we progress, things get a bit more, well, abstract. This is a coin that was found in the UK and dates between 60 and 20 BC. And as you can see, there are some familiar elements, but then there is some unfamiliar elements. So if we look on that side there, you can kind of make, well, you can't really make out a face or a head there, but what you have got, and we often find this in some of the coins, is that laurel wreath pattern, which becomes quite popular and gets used as a sort of band going across the coin. And if we look at what the horse has turned into, well, it's no longer a chariot as such, but the wheel seems to have moved underneath the horse. This is a coin of the similar date to the one previous, and also from the UK. And what you've got here is, well, you've got something very different. You've got the horse, but it's highly stylized by this point. You wouldn't recognize it as being a chariot at all. And that wheel now is firmly underneath the horse. And it has been argued that this actually becomes a representation of the sun. And finally, one I actually got to hold at that coin workshop. This is a Gallo-Belgic stater, which dates to around 60 BC. And you can sort of make out a horse there, though again, we're getting more and more abstract here. You can see the hind legs there, and you can see the curve of the body, and obviously the face at the other end. But what we can see, though, is a general trend, a change from that initial coin, an adaptation of it, and how it influenced Celtic coins elsewhere. So the next time you'll find, or looking at a Celtic coin, have a look, and if it's got a horse on one side, see if you think that it represents or what could have been a charioteer. And on the other side, if it's got all sorts of interesting designs on it, see if you can find that central band that might have been that laurel wreath worn by Apollo, or something that looks like it could have once been a head.